Hi guys, welcome back to your Royal BFF, the People's Duchess. How's it going? Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. So much to talk about. So much to talk about. Okay. So day two is in full swing, but before we get to day two, can we just talk about how crazy day one was? They hit the ground running. There was literally like maybe a couple of hours in between the landing and then the first photos that we got at the Royal Children's Hospital. Now, Megan's dress, it's a navy Karen number, very pretty, very reminiscent of that Antonio Berardi tuxedo dress that she wore in New Zealand. Really great silhouette, great color, loved the pulled back hair, really simple jewelry, and just right down to business. And I love that Harry has his classic swag. It's really giving 2018. They are so radiant. The time has been spent so well. Harry and Meghan have really carved a wonderful path for themselves and for their kids. There's nothing like being autonomous. There's nothing like having freedom. There's nothing better than being in charge, especially of your own life and decisions. And they've done so much. They are such different people, but they are still at their core their 2018 selves. They'll always be true to themselves. And it reminds me of his mom when his mom went to Australia last and she was surprised that they remembered her. I have a clip that I want to play and then we'll yap. This is one of the clips I included in the last Princess of Wales video. I'm still trying to figure out how to get that video on, so bear with me while I do that. But yeah, if they flag this part, I'll just trim it out in editing.
Ladies and gentlemen, as many of you may recall, it has been 8 years since I last had the pleasure of visiting this special continent. However, it speaks volumes for the people of Australia that despite the passage of time, you still both recognise and remember me. It takes just a brief glance at the television or the newspapers to realise that much of the news is sad news. From international affairs to domestic disputes, there is so much to be concerned about. It is, of course, the duty of those who work as professional journalists to convey reality. But I'm sure you'd agree that much of the news does have a ring of negativity about it, which is why I was so glad to accept this invitation to come here tonight. Because, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have some good news to celebrate. The Victor Chang Cardiac Research Institute is quite literally a positive news story. But good news for whom and why? First, I would suggest it's good news for all Australians. In your country, heart muscle failure is the most common cause of hospital admission for people over the age of 65. Every week, 200 Australians die of heart failure. But those statistics are now being attacked by the work of the Institute. Research is continuing into the causes and variation of heart disease. And those who suffer are now being offered some of the most advanced medical care available anywhere in the world. Secondly, it's also good news for those medical professionals who are at the forefront of research into the functions of the heart. The Institute has developed itself to studying the working and diseases of the heart. It is researching the effectiveness of cardiac drugs, and it is developing different surgical approaches which can mean the very difference between life and death.
The more things change, eh? She could have made that speech yesterday, and it's just as relevant as ever. She set such a good example, and luckily Harry and Meghan both carry this example on individually and together, proving that you really don't need the structure of monarchy to assist anyone. You don't need taxpayer funds, you don't need anything except an open heart and the desire to do good. That's it. This showing up, their crazy schedule, flying around, engagement after engagement to which they spend hours at. You can't smoke and mirrors that. You cannot fake this. The jet lag would be real. The time would be crazy. And the amount of engagements they pack into their itinerary, it's not easy. It's not as easy as they make it look. And if it is, then show them up. I mean, the challenge is open. Just do something different, be there, show up, do good, do your own version of this, and then we'll talk. Anyway, so Meghan went from event to event in this dress, this beautiful, obviously very functional dress. And I love that the ensemble is so versatile. She paired it with her Dior Essence pumps and the puffy hearts earrings by Real Fine Studio in gold to match the buttons on the dress. She wore her Cartier stack. Love it, love it, love it. Never thought I'd like buttons, especially these like big shiny gold buttons, but she's made it really fresh and very modern. So she changed into a second outfit for the Australian National Veterans Art Museum in Melbourne. This St. Agnes suede utility cocoon bomber in khaki, and paired the jacket with the brand's matching suede column skirt in the same shade. Really demure, really elegant, very refined. She finished the look with aquazor heels in nude and the Real Fine signature studs by Real Fine Studio. Just beautiful. Obviously worn to elevate those brands, something Meghan is known for. I wouldn't be surprised if they sold out quickly. Really great trip so far. Obviously, everyone is looking forward to Her Royal Highness's time at the retreat. I personally want to see what this retreat is about. I'm super interested to see what kind of amenities are available. I want to see the behind the scenes for the spa and the resort itself. As a traveler, as someone who travels very often, I love watching those kinds of videos. I want to see where people are, where they're living, what they're doing. And it's also really fun now that Meghan has her own Instagram. We're definitely going to get some behind the scenes reels, and I cannot wait. I can't wait to see what she wears to the Her Best Life retreat. What's your guess? Definitely something Australian, a female designer, and I think it's going to be flowy. I think it's going to reflect the climate out there. Flowy skirt and maybe sheer panels somewhere. Or we might just get some linen wide leg pants. We love those. Let me know in the comments what you think she's going to turn up in. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, hype the video if you're so inclined. You can also support my channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/thepeoplesduchess or scanning the QR code on your screen here. Be kind to yourselves, and until next time, bye for now.